In this video, I'm going to talk about percentiles. So let's define this. Most of us have heard what a percentile is, but it does have a formal definition that'll be helpful to us. The kth percentile, so k referring to 8th, 10th, 90th, whatever you're talking about, of a set of data is a value such that k% of the observations are less than or equal to the value. For example, what does it mean to say that an SAT score falls into the 80th percentile? What it means is that 80% of all other people who took the exam scored what you scored or less. That's what it means. So it's that score or less. So there are several ways of finding the percentile. Our book goes with this way. In fact, they word it just like this, which I thought was a little bit funny. You would find several formulas for calculating the kth percentile. Here's one of them. So K is whichever number you're trying to find. I is the index or the ranking or position. In other words, if I is 5, they're referring to the 5th data value. And then N is the total number of data. And we talked about that also representing sample size. So it's really important that if you have a rank, that the data be in order. So the very first step is you want to put the data in order from smallest to largest. Then we have this way of calculating which data value to look at. 5th, 6th, maybe it's the 25th, depending on how big the set of data is. And then if it's an integer, then that is the value we look at. If it's between two integers, then you actually round up and down and then average those numbers. We're going to do both of those in the example. It does help to see it in an example. So let's look at this. They ask us to find the 70th percentile for the Academy Award-winning best actors that are already in order for us, and there's 29 of them here in this data set. And they want us to find the 70th percentile. Okay, so here's what we're going to do according to that little formula. K in this case is going to be 70. N is 29. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug that in to find I. So the formula helps us find I. So I equals 70 divided by 100 times 29 plus 1, which when you plug into your calculator, it's going to give you 21. Exactly 21, no decimal, which is referring to the 21st data value. So because these data values are in order, I'm going to just literally count off and look at the one that is 21st. I'm actually going to go backwards. So 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. So I am getting 64 is in the 21st position here. And therefore 64 is the 70th percentile. Now, this one asks us to find the 80th percentile. I'm sorry, 83rd percentile. So in this case, K is 83. N is still 29. And we're going to find I. So 83 divided by 100 times 29 plus 1. This is going to come out to 24.9. So it's between two values, which means we're going to look at the 24th piece of data and the 25th. So whenever it's between two, we look at the two values it's between. Okay, so we have the 21st, so 22, 23, 24. So here we go. This is the 24th, and this is the 25th. So the 24th is 71, and the 25th is 72. So I'm going to average those. I'm going to add them together, divide by 2, which is going to give me 71.5. And that will mark the 83rd percentile. In other words, 83% of these ages are less than or equal to 71.5.